Today we are going to have a quick chat. We're going to talk about how dads can support their wives and partners in breastfeeding. So typically we're going to be talking about either first-time moms or maybe first-time breastfeeding moms. So it could be baby number 2 or 3, but it's your first time giving breastfeeding a go. So dads, how can we help and support them during this somewhat stressful and overwhelming time? The first thing I want you to do, dads, is watch videos like this and learn about breastfeeding. Don't just say it doesn't matter. It's mom's job. That's putting all of it on her. Take the time to learn about different things such as breastfeeding positions, how to have a good latch with baby. Another thing you can learn is about breast milk storage. If mom's gonna pump, you need to know how to take care of that milk because breast milk is like precious to a mom who worked so hard to get it. You need to know how to thaw it. You need to know how to freeze it properly, how to label it properly, just all the rules that come with breast milk and the process of breast milk. It needs to get into the freezer at a certain point and it needs to thaw in a certain way and then be used at a certain point. Breast milk does not have an infinite life. It goes bad. It spoils. We need to be helpful with the breast milk storage and use. So learn what you need to learn, gather all the information, make a cheat sheet and put it on the fridge. Put breast milk storage rules on your fridge. Your wife will be so impressed that you took the time and made the effort to do that. Okay, this next one for learning is learning hunger cues. So we're going to learn how to identify if baby's even hungry. Maybe mom is off taking a shower or taking a nap and you are in charge of baby at that moment. So what we want to do is get baby to mom before they're wailing. A wailing baby is not going to do well with breastfeeding. It's going to get very overwhelming for mom and very overwhelming for baby. So we want to catch them when they're hungry, not a complete disaster. Hunger cues. Hunger cues would be turning head from side to side. They're looking, rooting, which essentially is the same thing where they're like kind of nuzzling like they're trying to find it. Another one would be if they're sucking on their fingers or bringing their hands to their mouth. Not all newborns might be doing that. You might have them swaddled down, whatever the case. And then just general like mouth movements or lip smacking. So watch out for these things that are going to indicate baby's probably getting hungry and maybe bring them to your wife's attention and let her know, hey, I think baby's due to eat soon. If you're ready, can I get you a snack and a drink while you go ahead and feed baby? Another helpful thing you can do for a new breastfeeding mom is be on people management. So if you have guests come into your home and they've been there a long time, maybe you realize baby's getting hungry. Either you need to usher them out the door or maybe you need to get mom her cover if that's how she's comfortable. However, it might just be time to tell them to leave because if mom and baby are going into the nursery and mom's really stressed about breastfeeding, like you're still in the struggle phase, if you go in and help, who's entertaining the guests? Or if baby's fussing, mom's getting in her head going, oh, they're judging me. They think I'm not good at this. It gets in your head. So trying to time out visitors and understand that baby and mom getting down their latch and getting down their breastfeeding rhythm is more important than those visitors. So you might need to come up with some go-to phrases to usher people out the door. Be emotionally supportive. Realize mom just went through pregnancy, delivery, postpartum is happening right now. Mom's going through a lot. Mom's in physical pain. Mom is in I don't want to say emotional distress, but there's a lot happening. They could be feeling kind of empty. Their baby's no longer in their body. That can be a weird feeling. They can be feeling gross, stinky, just dirty. Their stomach being squishy might not feel the best. Moms aren't feeling great. They might even be constipated. They might still be having cramps or contraction-like feelings. So mom might really be struggling. Try to be as emotionally as supportive as you can be. Offer words of encouragement. Be careful with what you say. And I'm just going to apologize here for all the hormonal moms of the world. You might be literally saying the perfect thing and it's not well received. And I'm sorry for that. Just keep doing your best. Just remember she loves you and she is doing her best. And she is so stressed, overwhelmed, feeling the weight of this on her and the just overwhelm, honestly. So just do your best to be supportive. Try to offer advice, but try to limit how much advice you offer because it can feel really condescending to have your husband telling you how to breastfeed when he's a dude and you're the girl and you feel like you should know how to just naturally. So be careful on how you say things. Try to be as supportive and as gentle as you can. Maybe use phrases like, hey, I noticed she's moving her mouth a lot. Or, hey, I noticed he looks like he might be rooting. Do you think it's time to feed them? Be very gentle. And again, just do your absolute best to mentally and emotionally support them. Now let's talk about physically supporting them a little bit. So dad, try to give mom breaks. Try to give her mental breaks where maybe she goes and takes a walk around the block and you're like, hey, please go take that walk. Go take that shower. I got baby. I got it. A great thing you can do for babies is wear them in a wrap. Newborns love their mamas. They do, especially breastfeeding mamas because they smell like milk. So maybe if mom has worn the wrap, you wear it. Don't wash it. It'll still smell like mom. Or, just a burp cloth that mom had on her shoulder, you throw it on your shoulder and now you carry baby around. Take those turns. Take baby from mom and give them a minute. Give them that time. Another thing physically you need to be doing is say diaper changes. Oh, let's split it 50-50. No, let's not split it 50-50 because guess who's doing 100% of the feedings? If mom is breastfeeding, mom is. I'm not saying you have to do 100% of the diaper changing, but if you're doing 80%, that's okay. If you are taking over on bath time, that's okay. Mom is doing a ton with nursing baby, not to mention she just delivered a baby and has postpartum going on. You don't. Your body is fine. You went through labor just fine. So please remember that mom's not just taking care of the baby, she's taking care of herself as well. And obviously I hope you are, and I hope you are supporting her as best you can. But remember, mom's had it worse. And then another thing you can try to do is physically support mom by meeting her needs and trying to identify them even before they happen. Hey, it's been a while since mom's eaten. I'm going to make her a snack. Oh, she's sitting there nursing. I'm going to fill up her water bottle. Trying to anticipate those needs and try to care for her. And honestly, mom is probably going to be starving if she's nursing, and she's so focused on just trying to nurse that baby, she might not be caring for herself. So if you can't care for baby because you cannot breastfeed, care for mom. You know what I mean? That is caring for the baby. It just might not feel as exciting or as impactful, but it is. It does matter. Take care of mom, mom take care of baby. That might be how it is part of the time, and just try to accept that and embrace it. I do want to offer a tip for dads who are going to be quickly returning to work. My husband did not take very many days off. In fact, it was mostly just when I was in the hospital. But what you can do is try to set yourself up and your wife up every morning. So on the days you go to work, depending on if they're asleep or not, obviously we're not waking up baby, we're not waking up mom, but if they are up, maybe you take baby and you say, hey, go ahead and go do your postpartum and get dressed for the day. Because that might really help mom out if she puts on a fresh outfit in the morning. It could still be loungewear, but a fresh outfit. And then in the morning, just bathroom duties, having a minute to take care of yourself, brush your teeth. That can be really, really helpful and start mom's day off right. And then maybe you are taking baby out into the kitchen area and you're making mom a quick breakfast. If you can, before baby even comes, make up some freezer egg sausage sandwiches or some like scrambled egg, like taco burrito type things, and set those out for mom, get them going, whatever you can do. Maybe it's a smoothie, maybe it's a juice, whatever you can do to help mom start her day off on the right foot is very much appreciated. And then on top of that, if mom is breastfeeding, she's probably doing the night feedings. I'm not saying get up with mom at night. I'm not saying that. My husband we did not choose for that. I didn't need his help. I was nursing and he wasn't doing anything to help me in that sense. Like I didn't need him. I wanted him to sleep. I wanted him to be rested. But what he did do, if I remember correctly, it's been a while now, I would immediately go to bed after a feeding. He would burp baby and try to get baby to bed. And he would sort of like work on that. And if he needed to hold baby, he'd hold baby and he'd stay up, say, an hour later than me. Then at that point, if I needed to get up, I would, or if he finally got baby down, whatever the case was, he would come to bed, sleep through the night. I'd get up as needed, take care of baby. And then depending on where the feedings fell, say I fed baby at 4 o'clock in the morning or maybe 5 o'clock in the morning and they woke up at 6 and my husband didn't think they needed to eat, he would maybe get up with them at 6, cuddle them, spend a little time with them, and I would get to sleep in until maybe like 7. These are hypotheticals. But basically what I'm saying is shave an hour off in the evening and shave an hour off in the morning. And if you can cover a little bit of that time and mom can have a little bit of a longer sleep window with breaks in the middle, that would be so incredibly helpful. You have a shorter sleep, but ideally a better quality sleep. Mom gets a longer sleep with more breaks. That would be a game changer if you could just sacrifice 2 hours of sleep even. So consider that. Different people do different things, especially if your baby's having trouble sleeping independently. And your baby's going to get better at sleeping. It will get better. It will get easier. But those first couple days and even weeks, sometimes they like to be held a lot. So it can be super, super challenging. So find what works for you. Dads, I just want you to remember you are important to breastfeeding. You are important to your wife and your baby's success in their breastfeeding journey. And it may feel like you're the outsider, but you are a part of it. You are vital and you can help it be successful. Encourage, be supportive, be a positive influence on it, and just be in it as much as you can be for mom and for baby. Dads, thank you so much for watching this video. And this next video coming up right behind this one is going to be how dads can support their wives during postpartum. It will touch slightly on breastfeeding, but it is just more postpartum geared overall. So that video will complement this one very nicely. Please check that out next. And I just want to applaud you. If you are here watching this, you are trying to be the best husband and partner you can be in supporting your wife and your baby mama in their journey in having your baby. And I love that and I respect that very highly. So good for you. Thank you for being here. And like I said, check out this next video coming up right now.